What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide. It's been a long time since we've been face to face with each other. I appreciate everybody for checking out the 31 Days of Horror that I did. I had a lot of fun watching those movies. Some movies that I'd never seen before, movies that I was revisiting that I'd seen either recently or years ago, or maybe when I was a kid. So it was definitely a cool event sort of thing to do. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but a lot of people, it just seems like a very daunting task. We'll leave it at that. But I just wanted to do a quick little channel update because it has been a while. I've kind of taken a break. People might call it the like the post Halloween video making, not winter blues, but you know what I mean. Just like I had to take a break for a little bit, even though it's relatively easy to make these types of videos, especially when there's no like crazy editing or different angles or anything like that. But also for those that have been following the live streams and the last couple of episodes of 31 Days, I had mentioned that I had sciatica in my lower back, which if you've ever dealt with that, it's hell. Okay, it sucked, and that's why like the last maybe 5 or 6 videos of 31 Days weren't like the best in terms of like having video to say the least. But that's why. Exciting news on the on the live stream front. I've been having a lot of fun doing those. I intend to continue to do those, hopefully maybe like once a week. And again, I'm the worst with giving notice in terms of when those are going to be put up or streamed or anything like that. But I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I've been considering making some like commentaries to movies, some of my favorite movies, and then posting it as an audio only thing, and then it's going to kind of be up to you to have the video. But on top of that, I was talking to Radioactive Blob Fuel last night on Skype, and I said to him, like, we should like watch a movie and do like just like a bullshit kind of thing, like watching the movie bullshit, and then maybe even if people are down, like to record them and then upload them, and then it'd be like a multi-person commentary, because I find that shit very interesting. I would listen to it, so we'll see what happens with that. If anyone is interested in hitting me up on Skype or having a Skype call or anything like that, just leave a message in the comments. I'll put my Skype information on the community posts on my YouTube channel, so if you go there, I just unlocked that feature like maybe a month ago, so it's pretty cool. It's kind of just like Instagram on YouTube in a way. But either way, one of the exciting things that's happening right now is something that was spawned from these live streams, where I kind of put it out there that I wanted to do like an art poster, like a collaborative poster of everyone draws the same character, and we all I'll like mesh it together on a poster. But it ended up turning into us making a zine. So myself, Radioactive Blob Fuel, Danny B from the Trash Stash, and my buddy Kyle, we are all contributing to this first issue of what we were calling Cinema 187. All right, which is kind of like a play on Video Homicide. Cinema 187. 187, I think, is the penal code. Well, it is like I don't know if the right word is penal code, but for murder in California. So Cinema 187, Video Homicide kind of goes together, you know what I mean? But so far, we've basically finished the structure of the magazine. I'm still waiting on art from Radioactive Blob Fuel. I as far as I know, is making multiple pages for this, but I will spoil the characters in which we are drawing, just because why the fuck not? We're going to be doing Pedro from Dawn of the Dead, who is the one biker guy that takes his blood pressure. Love the scene, hate the scene. I think it's a hilarious moment, or maybe not. It's hilarious, but it's also just like a what the fuck kind of moment, and it always stuck in my head when I was a kid. So that would be from Dawn of the Dead. Well, I got it right here. I might as well fucking pull it out. So this is one of my most cherished things, the Anchor Bay double tape. How do you do? So Pedro from Dawn of the Dead. Next, we decided on. As a matter of fact, it was kind of like It was kind of random because Danny B was taking care of his cat, and his cat's name's Mickey. And the way in the chat it played out, I thought that he meant like he wanted to draw Mickey, like from Natural Born Killers. Spoiler. So here's another double tape actually. Love this flick. So we've picked Mickey Knox from Natural Born Killers, and finally, just the other night, because we wanted to do like a Fulci film, and I think the boys sort of suggested something that I hadn't seen, and one of them, I think Radio was like, we could go for something a little more not top shelf, but like a little bit more well known, and we settled with The Priest from The Gates of Hell, also known as City of the Living Dead. And I just finished my copy or my version of The Priest, which I actually like the way it turned out, to be honest with you. Not only that, but we're going to be including some other art, which, stuff that's already been posted and stuff. But like this zine is going to be like a very sort of just like love letter to these characters that we love. And if anybody wants to get involved with the second issue, because this first one I basically have everything made, just waiting on some more art, waiting on art from like Danny B said or I asked him if he would like to put in some of his older art, and just as little throw-ins at the back of the book, and he said yes. So once I get Radioactive stuff, Kyle, if he wants to post anything else, and I got a few things that I would like to put in there. I designed this ad, sort of like a show flyer from like the 80s, 90s kind of thing. And I had a lot of fun drawing these. So in the last like 2 weeks, I did about 5 drawings. I also did a drawing of my buddy Retro or Die. Shout out to Forrest. And I've been like, one thing that I kind of like discovered is like I was inspired by Danny B because he's like one of my favorite artists. To sort of use like this mixed media approach. So a lot of the times I've just been using like pencil and then like inking it with microns and then not coloring it. But with my Priest character, I actually busted out pencil crayons, and I had one black crayon, like just like a fucking kid's crayon that and I just kind of went a little nuts with it, and it actually turned out really, I'm happy with it, to say the least. So but yeah, definitely I've also enlisted the help of a buddy to design the logo of Cinema 187, but I want every one of them to be a different artist doing the logo. So I've got 2 artists, I've got them on my table. I'm not going to say their names, but because they are they're graffiti artists, and I just don't want to say their names. So we got that, and like I said, if anybody wants to get down with issue 2, let me know, because what I want to do is I want everyone to pick their own, instead of like us kind of like just like being in the chat being like, oh, we should do this or that. I want everyone to pick a character from any film, and everyone will draw the character. So like I'll pick one, Danny B picks one, Radioactive picks one, whoever else is in on it that wants to be involved. I think it's just like a fun way to sort of have like a creative jam, you know what I mean? The only thing that would make it better is if we were all in the same room at the same time, just like shooting the shit, laughing, and fucking, listening to tunes, all that kind of good shit. And it's about as close as it's going to get to that, because everyone's like sort of scattered around North America for the most part with this stuff. So yeah, and that's assuming that everyone that's been a part of issue 1 wants to be a part of issue 2. There's no pressure, but I know that there is some artists in the community that watches my videos that may or may not want to contribute, because I think it'd be cool. So basically, like I said, issue 1 is basically it's done for the most part. Like I'm not going to accept any new contributions to the magazine, just to get it out there, because I want to have it out there by the end of the month, 100%. Like basically just waiting on, and like no pressure to Radioactive, but like we're just waiting on your shit basically. And once it's done, it's done. So I want to pick some new characters. I kind of have in mind a few people that I would like to draw. One of them is Alex DeLarge from Clockwork Orange. Maybe a character from The Warriors. Like there's a lot. Like that's kind of the fun thing, because everyone has their own sort of favorites and stuff. And this one was kind of random, but I really liked the way it played out. And shout out to Danny B's cat, who was sick at the time when this kind of came to be. And hopefully he's doing great. So yeah, man. Like in terms of other stuff going on, in terms of videos, I contemplated doing Video Nasty November, which was basically like a sequel to 31 Days. Of course, that didn't happen, but it will eventually, okay? Because I think there's like 31 prosecuted films on the list, which would make like an entire month, so that will come eventually. And there is a lot of other movies that I want to talk about, but I also kind of want to focus on some more art-related stuff, maybe some more time-lapse art, because I've been fiending to do another watercolor. Like I bought watercolor paints, the paper and all that. I ended up only doing 2 paintings, which I posted on the channel. You can check it out on the like my homepage. There's a playlist that's called Art, and it's got like a couple of speed drawings and different things like that. But I really enjoy doing this stuff. I'm feeling really creative right now, and I'm just gonna run with the creativity because I'm having a blast. And now that like I kind of seen what my priest image looks like for the magazine, like how it turned out in color, because it's a daunting thing, you know what I mean? Like if you guys know Danny B, he uses like everything in his drawings, like everything, like airbrush, fucking pastels, pencil crayon, like all kinds of stuff, and it really inspired me to be like, you know, man, like just give it a try in color, you know, even if you fuck it up, do another one. And I actually like the way it turned out, so that's a good feeling. And now that this is kind of like unrelated to Cinema 187, but I want to do a drawing for The Beyond and also for House by the Cemetery, and kind of like all mash them together, and like, you know, because I hang a lot of my art, you know what I mean? Like I have a lot of art around my apartment, and I want to continue to do that. Like my bedroom in particular has like nothing. Like the only thing hanging in my bedroom is a fucking dream catcher and the 2 watercolors that I did, because there's nowhere else out here to hang them. There's some room over here, but it's a bit of a disaster right now. Like I also want to do like a shelf by shelf tour of my VHS DVD collection, because I've got all the horror stuff in alphabetical order that's on DVD right now. And I could probably pretty much do that at any time, but I really want the shelf to look the way I want it to look, because all of my actual DVDs that are non-horror, non-Asian, non-exploitation are in boxes in my closet. And there's a lot of movies that I forgot that I even owned. Like the one day I remember opening it up and just finding like a bunch of random shit. Like, fuck, I didn't know I owned that. And it's, I don't know, with Netflix being the way Netflix is, the best part about Netflix, in my opinion right now, is Seinfeld. You know, finally they got Seinfeld. Now, like this is a side rant, but like I'm so fucking sick and tired of hearing about like these VPNs. It's like, get this VPN and then you can watch fucking what you don't have on your Netflix. Like, why can't it just be like a universal Netflix where it's just everything, instead of like this country's getting this and this country's getting that? Fuck that, man. Just put it all together and keep it on there. Like, do what you got to do, you know, because I hate going on there. Like, I remember, for instance, there's a film called The Ninth Gate, which I made a video about, and I wanted to watch it, and it's fucking not on there. So what can you do, man? But there's plenty of films to watch on the shelf behind me. And getting back to the art thing real quick, one thing I never really did before this magazine was draw pre-existing characters. I always tried to draw my own original characters, but you know, doing the Pedro, doing Mickey, and doing I believe his name's Father Thomas from Gates of Hell, it's really sort of like inspired me, because like it kind of gives you the information and you just interpret it how you choose to. So, you know, like my image of Father Thomas is just kind of like a weird, not abstract, but just kind of like a strange layout, but sort of symmetrical, and I don't know, it has like this vibe to it that I just really like. So like, for instance, like Cannibal Holocaust, like the like the woman that's on the spear, like that's impaled, like I kind of want to do my own interpretation of that. I want to do my own interpretation of RoboCop. I want to do my own interpretation of fucking Terminator, like all these characters. And it's just like, doing this magazine has really made me want to do that, instead of just trying to like develop my own characters. Like I've developed maybe like a dozen characters that are my own, that, you know, that have like just like came out of my brain essentially. And well, there's 6 that I'm very proud of. There's ones that no one has ever seen, except for like my girlfriend and shit like that. But The stuff that I do put out there is the stuff that I like the most, because everyone's always drawing and stuff, and sometimes you fuck up or you end up hating the thing. And I do my best to keep everything though, because I want to have all this stuff. Like, there's a really good documentary about the tattoo artist Ed Hardy, and he has like a museum in his house kind of thing, and he's got like everything he's ever drawn. And I want to be able to look back on all my stuff, even if it sucked ass, you know what I mean? Because it's fun. I also want to do a tour of all my art that is like loose leaf sketchbook kind of stuff, and just maybe it'll be like an hour-long video or longer, who knows? But look out for that. Stay tuned for that. That'll be coming sooner than later. And yeah, I'm just having a blast. So I'm back to making the videos as often as I can. I'm going to try to at least get out 3 or 4 a week, and hopefully a live stream a week if time permits. But yeah, man, I also want to quickly plug something, even though it's here at the end of the video. But I do have the DVD, like, well, what Forrest from Retro or Die calls the Video Homicide Collector's Edition pack or something like that, where we got not my first zine, but the first Video Homicide zine with the sticker pack. Sticker pack number 1. Sticker pack number 2 has been printed. Just like a few stickers of, like I printed out like 14 pages, I believe, but they're all different stickers, but there's few of them. So like I wouldn't even have enough to make 5 sticker packs, because some of them are so big. But so that will be included with the Video Homicide DVD that has, it's not in focus, it doesn't look shitty like that in person, but all the short films and stuff. I know it's kind of like, shameless plugging, but I love it, and I know that there's some people out there that respect me or like me enough that would want to have that on their shelf or in their collection, or so what can you do? Anyways, I appreciate everybody for watching. It has been a bit of a rambly little channel update, but again, thank you for watching. I want to give a big shout out to my girlfriend Kayla and to my mom for actually like coming here and like getting me food, making me food and shit like that when my back was like right fucked, when I like was on the couch for like a week and it sucked. And if you've ever had sciatica, you pray you never get it again. It sucks dick, man. But anyways, adios. Leave a 666 in the comment, and peace.